lands and waters may you cross, see mountains white and blue, but on your road, let's not forget the love I have for you.
Hello there, Seraphim17 once again. This is my Shadow of Mordor walkthrough. This mission is the Outcasts. So, we're going to be following her. Is it Hergon or Hergion? I can't quite see that on the low resolution preview window. I think it's Hergon. He is an ex-soldier in our squad, I believe, who fled like a bitch, and they led a hunt party after him, and apparently we spared him. Now he works for the Outcasts, and there's going to be a few missions involving this guy. This one is collecting a bunch of herbs so that we can then ultimately poison the grog of the orcs, which will kill them. And this is a technique that you're going to be able to utilise against some of the war chiefs and the captains if you get into a situation that allows you to do so. And I think this is a really cool idea. It has, issues though, as well. And the issues with it is, all around this map there are plants that heal your character. These plants are part of survival challenges where you have to find so many of these different herbs. However, there doesn't seem to be any kind of mechanic that allows these herbs to have a function. And this might be on PC and on Xbox One and PS4, but it isn't on this version. Any kind of significance to collecting herbs. I thought after this mission, each of the herbs would be a different ingredient to get a different result, and I thought it was going to enable the player to concoct his own different kinds of poison. You know, a poison that got you more experience, a poison that drew out captains and war chiefs, I don't know, a poison that put them all to sleep non-lethally so that you could do something. I don't even know what you would do in the grand scheme of this game, but you understand me, you could brand them all. You know, a soup that branded an entire army. There could have been all kinds of different features of this, but instead they introduced this notion of poisoning grog, but it's always the same arbitrary task of doing it. And after this, you don't even have to collect poison, you just have to go to the grog canisters and touch them, because you're apparently a master poisoner after this mission. That is beast. Absolutely loved that when that happened. If it was too fast for you to notice, Talion jumped off of pretty much thin air to get a mantle up to grab that piece of geometry. And it's a testament to just how easy the traversal is in this game when Talion's not being sticky, which is my only complaint with the traversal, but it's a complaint that every single game that has it. Batman's bad for it, Assassin's Creed bad for it, this game's bad for it. Every so often, the motherfucker will not get off of the lip, the ledge, the cliff, whatever he's on, he just loves it. You know? He's like a agoraphobic budgie, he just will not move. And it gets frustrating, but you learn to live with it. And it's funny that this walkthrough is so short, because I intend to do something else with this game. I was on PC the other day playing some of the crazy mission modes, and it's got a bunch of leaderboard stuff support for it, which I wasn't really expecting. I guess I didn't really look into the mode too well. But effectively you can choose whether to do like a small skirmish, a medium-sized one, or an endless one, and each of them are leaderboarded, and there are challenges, and if you find any specific runes or unique runes during your playthrough, you get to keep them. However, you don't earn experience, you don't earn the currency and all that kind of good stuff, and it doesn't carry over those elements between. For instance, you can't level up during playing. So of course I have on the console all the equipment, you know, all the levels, I'm super powerful, yeah, it looks kind of ugly and I don't really want to play it there. And then on the PC I have none of the abilities, but the game looks goddamn beautiful when I'm not capturing. And it's kind of that strange situation of I would love to play some more of that mode and really delve into it and bring content, but I'm kind of restricted at this moment. So what it's going to mean is I inevitably am going to get an Xbox One. I will probably get a PS4 before it, thanks to The Witcher 2 coming in February and then Bloodborne after it, and nothing on the Xbox One that is imperative that I own it for at this moment. But when I do get an Xbox One, I'm going to be picking this game up again because I really enjoy it and it looks considerably better on that version. And I'm probably going to cover it again because I really, really like what Monolith have achieved here, and I don't want them to do a direct sequel, but it would be awesome if they could take everything they've learnt in this package and whatever game they tackle next, have these elements incorporated but expanded upon, smoothened, sharpened, made better, and maybe a completely new IP. or if it is anything to do with The Lord of the Rings or anything to do with Shadow of Mordor, they just continue to push that envelope instead of just cashing in like Ubisoft do with Assassin's Creed, because it makes me so sad. But as I say, when I do get the game again, it'll be a few months down the line, because this game is only a month old at this point, and at that point, people are probably, you know, going to have forgotten about it a little bit. It'll have died down, it'll not be in everyone's immediate memory, and it'll be nice to see it on the channel again, popping up and alternating to diversify the content, which I think will be really, really fun for people who necessarily aren't watching everything and want to watch something different, and I'm doing one specific thing at that moment, so I think it could be cool for that. And I don't know what I'm going to do. It could be something along the lines of a challenge run to make the game more difficult. However, that'll be quite tricky to do, because I'm not even sure how I would approach it. Or it might be something like the Road to Achievements that I keep talking about but never doing, where I make every single achievement in this game a separate video, I put them all in a playlist, and I have a comprehensive guide from 0 to 1000G, or all of the trophies, however numbers there are. And you can follow it and get that completion, because that could be something interesting that I could guide you through. And this game is a very simple 1000G. I managed to do it in a day after my playthrough. Managed to mop it all up, clean it up. It was fun, none of it was forced, none of it was awkward. I only needed to search online once to find something, and that was the hunting challenges, because I could not find a creature to save my life. Turned out it had to be night time, and I didn't realise exactly how you cycled through night and day, because I wasn't paying much attention to those kind of things. I was too busy having fun, so the creature I was looking for kept not turning up because I was always looking for it at night, and it only turned up during the day, so that was my mistake. But for the most, very simple completion, very fun, and something I will be doing anyway on that system, so it could be a really fun and interesting project to get. But I did trade in the 360 version, mainly because I checked online and some of the rates for the game on the 360 was really high for trading values. And I don't have to tell you that you get ripped off when you trade things in, but I bought this game for about £35 and I got 30 quid for it. So to get the amount of enjoyment I did from this title and to be able to make a walkthrough for it for a fiver, that is a bargain and something I am really happy I was able to do. And with that £30 credit, I was able to pick up Dragon Age Inquisition for about a tenner. I think it was 44 quid in the shop, something like that. I ended up gaining a little bit more than 30 quid off it because game price matched it, so it turned out that I ended up paying, you know, just over 10 quid, which was really, really good because I think I had some points on my card or something. You know, the usual bullshit they like to talk about when you're at the till. But yeah, picked up Dragon Age Inquisition. Absolutely in love with that game. It is so addicting. All I want to do is play that, and I have to do all these videos and this editing and this commentary, and I can't pull myself away from it. It's hilarious. And to make matters worse, Smash Brothers for Wii U turned up today, so I've just had a few hours on that, and I want to play that, and I want to play Dragon Age, and I want to record more Splinter Cell. I want to do this. I have never been so crazy busy with projects, but so willfully enjoying the process, even in spite of the fact I would prefer to be playing than talking right now. And it's really crazy how things have turned out, and I think for gaming we're probably in the best period we've been in for a very long time. And before I continue that tangent, this sequence here, you have to poison 5 of the grog's barrels, and what will happen is whenever you poison a barrel, it will prompt a bunch of orcs to come and drink from the barrel, so they'll die. This can be both good and bad. The good part is, of course, when you've poisoned it, they come and kill it. It doesn't waste your time. The bad part is, if you're tentative and you don't know that happens, you can get trapped by orcs. That happened to me on my live stream on my first playthrough, and it ended up costing me a few times because I got detected. But I learnt from those mistakes, and then when I recorded this, I did it first time. Very simple stuff, you'll have no issue here, folks. If you need to get somewhere quick and you're stuck in the middle of no man's land, make sure you use the Shadow Strike ability to get out of dodge and get on a roof. So powerful, so overpowered, so much fun. But Dragon Age Inquisition is one of those games where I've not really ever played them, and everybody tells me they're good, but I tried Dragon Age 2 and I thought it was boring as piss. I just did not have the mindset for it. I was in the wrong mind when I played it. I played it for about 20 minutes and I turned it off. This game, I think I'm in the right mindset for, because I've put about 20 hours in it now. I started on Nightmare with 0 experience in this kind of game, and I'm doing okay. I've got past the part where shit doesn't make sense and things are starting to click and I'm starting to have a really good time. But the game is massive, absolutely massive, and considering I'm playing it on 360, it looks great and it performs really well. Compared to this game, it looks like a PC port because it looks really good what they've managed to do with the last gen graphics and the last gen performance. I do have to warn people though who are thinking of picking it up. I had a couple of save crashes and a couple of loading crashes. I played for about 10 hours and didn't have a single performance problem. Then for some reason the game crashed. I turned it off, turned it back on, and every time I loaded my game, which was about 5 times in a row, it wouldn't load. So I had to reload a save that was about 2 hours earlier, and that worked okay. So I did lose some progress, but it wasn't too bad. So you just need to be aware. When I searched on Google, ton of problems with that game. Everybody's kind of having them. It's one of those things where they're patching it on PC, but consoles, fuck them. Console peasants. It's unfortunate, but it's the way a lot of PC stuff is handled. But that's the end of Mission 9, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and you take care now.